Mr. B's speed history. Right, here we go again. Let's go. We're going to look at how Hitler becomes Chancellor. Remember, this is Chancellor of an elected democratic government, not dictator. We're not there yet, but let's go. So, Hitler's ideas. Now, these clearly are what he bases his later election campaigns on, and I think we need to cover them, but I don't think they're crucial in him becoming Chancellor, and I'll explain why in a bit. He wants to, in essence, make Germany great again. He sees the Germans as being the superior Aryan race. He wants to overturn Versailles. He rails against the weaknesses of democracy, and Germany requires a strong leader. And he sees dangers everywhere, from abroad, but from internally, from communists and Jews. So he puts these ideas forward in Mein Kampf, which is published in 1925. What are the effects of these ideas on the German people? Virtually nil. As you can see, by 1928, in the last federal election before the Wall Street crash, the Nazis are the least popular party in the Reichstag. So you've got Hitler, this excellent speaker, you've got his ideas, and what do the German people do? Largely ignore him. The communists have 54 seats. They are more than 4 times more popular than the Nazis in 1928, and then impact of the Wall Street crash, unemployment skyrockets to over 6 million by 1932. And so, understandably perhaps, the German people feel that the Weimar democracy has failed and is discredited, and it needs to look for an extreme solution, not tainted by the failure of the democracy, for their extreme situation. Potentially, you might expect that more working people would vote for a working class party like the communists, but that does not happen. And that's because of the effectiveness of Nazi propaganda, the fact that they target simple messages towards towards particular individual groups. So, unemployment, they're promising work and bread. Farmers, they're promising blood and soil. And for more traditional females, they're saying your role is church, kitchen and home. And one of the reasons why many people go towards the Nazis and not the communists is people worry about the communists. Farmers, for example, saw what Stalin did to farms. They collectivized them, and they don't want that to happen in Germany. And so farmers, middle class people, richer people do not want the communists. And so basically Hitler is a lesser of two evils. Okay, so this increase in unemployment, this increase in desperation leads to an increase in Nazi German votes, so much so that by July 1932 they become the largest single party in the German Reichstag with 230 seats. But Hitler, perhaps surprisingly, still is not appointed as Chancellor by President Hindenburg. German instability. There's another election in November 1932 and the Nazis are in decline. They go from 230 to 196 seats. Is Hitler asked to be Chancellor still as they're the largest party? No. Hindenburg tries everything else. He tries a government with von Papen. He tries a government with General von Schleicher. And when those options fail, Hindenburg effectively runs out of room. So he then invites Hitler to be Chancellor, with the trusted von Papen as Vice Chancellor, and only one other Nazi in the cabinet. They believe that there's no other option. They believe that there may well be a military uprising if Hitler keeps being ignored. Remember, he has several million brown shirts at his disposal. And so eventually Hitler becomes Chancellor because of his popularity, but not exclusively, but because of the fact that no other options. It's Hitler or perhaps anarchy. And Hindenburg at last chooses Hitler. Thank you.